tight, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Happy Friday, everybody. Don't eat Tide Pods. Listen to the Fried Pod. And I am your host of the Fried Pod, John, to the air horn, Reap. Air horn. Air horn. This is an air horn. Sorry about that. That's just become a thing. Whew, I'm back, revived, with a lot of energy after some little R&R in Hawaii. Maui to be exact. Actually, they say it like this, Hawaii. And I was on the island of Maui in Hawaii. Had a great time. So I took a week off, you guys. Did you miss me? Probably not. Didn't get one email. Didn't get one message about, hey, man, where's the new Fried Pod? I'm over here jonesing. I need it to survive. I didn't get any of that. So that's why I don't feel bad about taking a week off. I did get one email, I take it back, from Aaron, who works at All Things Comedy. So he was like, hey, got a new Fried Pod? I mean, it's just a quick email, but I was happy to hear that he checked on me. Thank you, Aaron. And this is the new one. Oh, my gosh, so much to talk about. In this Fried Pod, in this episode, I believe we're on episode 87, I believe. Let me double check that. I got all the stuff right here pulled up, ready to roll. So, yes, this is episode 87 of the Fried Pod. Did an interview with Kyle Davis. I was out in L.A., like I told you. I did a lot of other people's podcasts. Talked about that in the last podcast. But while I was there, I went over to Kyle Davis's house and got him on the Fried Pod. So we have an interview coming up with Kyle. Also, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share to this podcast. You know, like I said, nobody even bothered to ask what's up. So I feel like I'm talking to nobody. But, you know, if you're out there and you do care and you do like to help, that's how you can do it. You can give me a rating on iTunes, on SoundCloud, whatever, however you're listening, there's usually a way to give a rating. So you can give me a rating. You can write a review if you're the kind that likes to write things, you know? Write a review. Why don't you? You can copy and paste somebody else's nice review for all I care. You can subscribe. That's a big one. Hit that subscribe, and then share. Actually, sharing is the biggest. Sharing is the best thing you could do on your social media. You know, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Snapchat. However you social the media, go ahead and give me a share. Sharing is caring. But I feel like that will not happen since no one's even bothered to check up on me. So anyway, if you're that kind of person who likes to help, that's how you can do it. Let's talk about my tour dates, man. I was just in Hawaii. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Had a great time. I was in Maui, like I said. Before that, L.A. But coming up, I'm going to be in Tampa, Florida at Side Splitters Comedy Club. One of my favorite comedy clubs in Tampa, Florida. That's right. I'm taking my new tan skin to Tampa. That's going to be May 23, 24, 25, and 26. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row at Tampa. Then on the 29th of May, I will be in Orlando at the Improv, Orlando Improv, May 29th, one show only. Then from there, I'm going to Boca Raton, Florida. Is it Boca Raton? Is it Boca Raton? I don't know. May the 30th and 31st, Boca Black Box Theater. All right, all these tour dates can be found at, wait for it, johnreap.com. That's right. This podcast is brought to you by johnreap.com. Get all your John Reap information at johnreap.com. That's www.johnreep.com. Oh, man. I wish somebody would hire me to talk like that all the time. It's fun to talk like that. So there you go, folks. Now, also, before we get to Hawaii trip and Kyle Davis. You know, the last podcast I did, or maybe the one before that, I was doing John's journals. You know, back when I was in high school, I had an English teacher that in my junior year, she forced all of the students to keep a journal. For the first 10 to 15 minutes of class, we would come in and pull out a piece of paper and a pencil and just write. And she said you can write anything you want. It can be a poem, it could be your thoughts, it could be a journal, and whatever, you know. So I got like a bunch of this stuff because my mom was cleaning up stuff, and she found an old Tupperware bin of just all kinds of stuff in there. And, well, this is one of my journals. So here are 2 poems that I wrote. Poems, not poems. Gosh. Poem. You can say however you want. I don't care. I got 2 of them here. Let's do this one. Okay. I had a buddy, you know, when I was in high school, this isn't the poem yet. This isn't the poem. This is me talking about the poem. This one does not have a title. But anyway, I had all kinds of friends in high school. I had redneck friends. I had skater friends. I had football player friends. I had like underclass, you know, younger friends. I had band friends. All kinds. You know, I like to bounce around from clique to clique. That's what I do. That's the Metro Jethro in me. You know this already. I like everybody, unless you're a douchebag. But anyway, this is a poem about a friend who was not a douchebag. He was a skateboarder. So, here we go. And by the way, the name of my high school is Fred T. Ford. Okay? That's the name of the high school. Guy named Fred T. Ford. Now, I don't know the history on that. I probably did know at one time, but now I do not. Anyway, here comes the poem. Poem. There once was a dude from Fred T. Ford who liked to drink and ride his skateboard. Never together did he drink and skate. Once he tried it, it was a big mistake. He cut his knee and busted his face. His skateboard crashed all over the place. The next day he was sore from head to toe. His mom said, "What happened? I want to know." That's it. That's where the poem ended. Now, here's probably what happened. I think this might be about Scott Cannon. It could be about Patrick Murphy. I'm not sure. But anyway, as you can see, this poem leaves you wanting more. I want to know. That's how I end it. That's probably an accident because time probably ran out. A lot of these poems that I wrote are not even finished. They're just, I'm just going to write until the bell rings or whenever she says pencils down, you know, and then that's it. That's what you get. Because there's no, you know, you don't have to edit. She said just write 10 minutes. That's what I did. It took me that long to come up with that. That's kind of sad. Remember, I was 17 at the time. Here we go. Here's another one. This one does have a title. It's called I Hate Rain. Here we go. I hate rain. It brings me down. Everyone wears a sad frown. You'll get wet. Just wait and see. Your shoes will get very muddy. You'll get a cold and very sick. And then that's where that one leaves off. Isn't that? I'm as unpleased about that as you guys are. I feel like these things needed an ending, but maybe that's what I'll do in another segment. Is like come up with the endings to all the. Oh, that's an interesting experiment if you think about it. You know, half-written poems from when you were, 17, and then you finish them at age 47. See what kind of poem that would be. That's interesting. I bet I could win a Pulitzer Prize on that one if anybody listened to this damn thing. Anyway, I guess I'll tell you about Hawaii. Had a great trip. It was awesome. Took my boo thing. We loved it. Like I said, we went to Maui, and we stayed. Basically, I get these offers, from the Westin Hotel. The Westin Kanapali. It's the Westin has a resort and spa there, but they also have timeshares, condos, whatever. And they give you this. They'll send you a thing in the mail saying, "Hey, check out this offer. We'll let you stay here for 5 nights, 6 days. We'll even give you a rental car and a $75 resort fee certificate, and plus all kinds of random gifts if you will listen to us talk to you for 90 minutes about our timeshare. That's easy. That's a no-brainer. I said yes. So that's what we did. In kind of Poly, rented a Jeep, took the top down. We rode up to Hana. You got to do that. If you ever go to Maui, you got to do the road to Hana. Okay, it's a very windy road, very windy. But there's all kinds of stuff to stop and look at on the way. There's waterfalls. There's different hikes. There's gardens. There's all kinds of stuff that you can stop and do. And you go all the way up to Hana. Actually, we went past Hana to a place called the Seven Sacred Pools. And what that is there's waterfalls. Like you get the main waterfall, the very top one. Well, let's just say that's number 1. That's a big one. Waterfall comes down, and it makes like a little pool out there, a little pond type deal, a little watering hole, see. And then that one will overflow and go down into it and make another waterfall and go into another little watering hole. And that happens 7 times. And it's beautiful. And you can get in there if it's not raining, if they're not calling for rain, or if it's not flooding. They'll let people in there. So that was fun. Went to the Seven Sacred Pools, got in the water, went to the black sand beach down the road. That's kind of neat. There's a whole beach. It's just the sand is black. And there's a lava tube. What's a lava tube, John? I was about to tell you. Hang on. Lava tube is when there's a volcano and lava runs underground, it makes way for the lava. It makes a little hole. And then when the lava's gone, it leaves a tube. That's what that is. So you can go check out these caves. It's awesome. There was a blowhole that we saw. That was fun. And then it's just the scenery. I mean, my gosh, on the way up there, just how everything's green and blooming. It looks like a scene out of Jurassic Park. I'm not even kidding. You turn one corner, it looks like any second, damn T-Rex is going to come out of nowhere at any moment. It's scary. It's not scary. It's beautiful. I mean, it's awesome. And we downloaded this thing called Shaka Guide. Shaka. That's what they call their little hand symbol. That's when you put your pinky out and your thumb up, put the other fingers down. That's a shaka. That means, what's up? Shaka, man. Cool, man. It's like aloha with your hand. You say aloha, you do a little shaka. So this guide, it works with your GPS. You just download it before you go, because when you get up in the hills, there's going to be a lot of times where you do not have any cell service. So you download it first, right? But it syncs up with your GPS. So when you're driving, it knows exactly where you are, and it tells you what this stop is, what this trail might be, what this waterfall is, whether it's worth stopping or keep going, or all that stuff. So that was amazing. And even the tour guides, he thinks he's hilarious. He cracks all kinds of jokes. He cracks himself up. It's interesting. So if you ever do that, if you ever go to Hana, get that tour guide. It's pretty cool. So we did that. Bumped into a friend, Zane. You remember Zane? He was in the last podcast. Zane Lamprey. Great guy. He happened to be going to the exact same resort as us, but was leaving the day we were coming in. So we got one day with Zane and his lovely lady, and me and him, my lovely lady and his lovely lady, and we hung out by the pool. We had drinks. We played. We went down the water slide. We got hammered. That's what he does. That's what I do with him, with anybody. It was great. So and we played a game of basketball. It was a serious game of basketball. Like in the water, they had like a basketball goal in the water with a basketball, and that just turned into, it's like horse, and it turned into a real game. But that was a lot of fun. That was some good cardio. Was happy to do that. But then when he left, he also left us with some goodies, because Zane is a drinking man. That's what his shows have been about. Drinking Made Easy, 3 Sheets. He left us a bunch of beer in the fridge. Maui Brewing Company, all kinds of flavors he left us, and a bottle of wine, and some chocolate. So that was real sweet. Ha ha! chocolate. That was an accident. I apologize. But it was awesome. Thank you, Zane, for that. Then the next day we went to Hana. I got this out of order. We went to Hana the next day, and that's an all-day thing. If you go to Hana, you should get up early, and so you can take your time, stop and when and if you want to stop and look at stuff. I had been before, so we didn't stop everywhere, but we did the good stuff. Came back from that, was exhausted, just hit the pool. We try to end everything by the pool around sunset because they have amazing sunsets in Maui. It's like every day there's a dang new painting. It's awesome. So anyway, we try to do drinks at sunset by the pool. And we were passing out early. I mean, sun goes down. It's place is dark around 8:30. I mean, it's totally pitch black at 8:30, and that's about it. And then we're tired, so went to bed. Then I had to do the timeshare. The timeshare speech was great. I was kind of dreading it because I knew I was going to say no, right? Timeshare. I mean, most of them seem to be a ripoff. I've never heard anybody say I have a timeshare. It's the best investment I ever made in my life. All I see is commercials for lawyers who specialize in getting you out of your timeshare. So right away, I'm dreading this. I don't want to waste their time, but I got to do it. They told me 90 minutes. Otherwise, I'd have to pay full price for the whole trip. And they got my credit card. So I got to go, right? So I go. And it's this young fella. He played football. He's probably like, 28, 29 years old. Used to play football in Tennessee, believe it or not. Like smaller colleges and whatnot. He was a quarterback. Anyway, I thought, okay, well, my tactic is to let him do the tour, and then as soon as we get down to the sales pitch part, I bombard him with questions. Whole time, got the timer running on the phone for 90 minutes. My alarm was going to go off after 90 minutes. And then I was going to look at my phone and go, oh, that's it. Sorry, buddy. I got to go. That's 90 minutes. You were a hell of a guy. I'm out the door. That was my plan. If worst case scenario, I was going to be a douche and just walk out and say, and by the way, I recorded the whole thing. I did. I started my video recorder to prove that we were there 90 minutes and we had a conversation. So I was ready with proof if I had to, but it didn't go that route. It was actually very pleasant. He gave me a tour of the whole place. It was amazing. Of course, you want to say yes right away. Then they get you in the room, and then there's 3 levels. You got that guy who goes over your life, your vacation style, what you like to do, how often you vacation, where you vacation, who you vacation with. He tries to get all this information from you and then come up with a plan to why this will work for you. And I saw him working it. I saw the wheels turning. I was letting it happen. He had about 20 minutes left. So I was okay with it. And we got along fine. And then at the end, he's like, so what do you think? Is this something that you think you could, I was like, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to waste your time. And I don't want to say there's ever any good thing about your dad having a stroke. But if there is one good thing, it really got me out of this timeshare scenario because not that I would have been in it, but like it was an easy way. I used my dad's stroke. I was like, listen, I can't do anything right now. My dad is in a skilled nursing facility and I'm doing a self-pay situation and I'm not even sure if Medicaid's going to pay for it. So right now, until we figure out what a permanent solution is for my dad, I just can't say yes to this. And you could see he had no comeback for that. And it was the truth. I mean, I wasn't lying. It's the truth. So that was, he's like, okay, well, I got to go get so-and-so. This other lady comes in here and she just does a questionnaire about, like, does a survey or something. Like, how was this guy? I was like, oh, he was great. And then they try to close you one more time. And then you say no to that one again. You say the same excuse, and it's fine. That one lasts about 5 minutes. Then you get another closer in there. It says, thank you. How were we? Would you recommend this? Would you come back? All that stuff. Yes, yes, yes. I said, by the way, you just got me at a bad time. Maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now, this is something I can do. Which means they're going to send you to the offer again. Great. So I will be going back. Anyway, that was way too long about the timeshare. It was pleasant. Then we went back to the room. And what do we do? I think from there we went straight to a nude beach. That's right. Your boy. Turns out I'm a nudist. I had no idea. Well, actually, I had some. Now, I've been to this beach before. It's called Little Beach in Maui, in McKenna area. It's right next to Big Beach, but it is a nude beach. So I took Boothang over there, and it was hilarious. The first thing we did, actually, when we first landed in Maui, we went to a Walmart right away. And I bought some cheap-ass chairs, backpack chairs. You can strap them over your shoulder like a backpack, and it's a chair. And it's also got storage, you can put stuff in there. So we bought 2 of those, and then so we took our backpack chairs. We went to Little Beach. You got to climb over a little bit of a cliff to get to this beach. It's small. It's not even, I don't want to say cliff, like a little rock. That you do need your hands for this. You can't just use feet. You got hands are involved. Anyway, we climb over that rock. Bam, there's a nude beach, and that was quite priceless. I mean, it's everybody gets naked, So we saw a lot of funny things there, and I got naked. We went 2 days in a row. It turns out I've created a monster with Boothang. She seems to like it, so we went twice. Made friends. I got a new batch of friends now that are naked friends. I never want to see them with their clothes on. I don't want to see them outside that beach ever. I don't want to know them. I actually don't know them. I didn't even get their names. I have no idea who these people are, but they were kind of camped out next to us, and we wanted to get a picture made, so we went down to the edge of the water and said, "Hey, will you take our picture?" And then they started, of us from my backside, You're not seeing my junk, sorry. Or you're welcome. I'm not sure whichever way you interpret that, but we took a picture facing the ocean and then from behind, so you see us looking at the water. And then those people came over, the other friends came over and photobombed. So those pictures exist. I don't know if I'll ever post them. I posted one in my story on Instagram. That's why you got to follow me. And on Facebook, the story part, because those pictures don't last forever. Wink, wink. It's not like you post it on your page. So, yeah, it was a great trip. Had a great time. I'd highly recommend it. At some point in your life, you got to go to Maui. However you can get there, whatever it takes. Give yourself 5 days. You can do it cheap, by the way. Like you can find the cheapest. The hardest part's getting there, right? So you look. Here's what you do. You find the cheapest flight to Maui you can find, whatever that is. Okay, that's going to be your most expensive part. Now, if you want to really do it cheap, there are crappy hotels you can stay in, right? If you need a hotel. Now, there's also campgrounds. I mean, you can take a damn tent. You can sleep in a tent the whole time and it costs you $0 room and board. So that'll save you money. Then you can just, go to the Walmart, stock up on supplies, So that's how you can do it cheap. So if you can ever get there, I totally would do it. It's worthwhile. I mean, it's not just the ocean. It's the people. We went to a luau. That was fun. It's all you can drink at a luau. Plus, they give you some history and it's very entertaining. Now I can't wait to go back. I got sunburnt on my junk. So the second day that we went back to the nude beach, this time we bought an umbrella and we popped that thing up so I wouldn't get burnt. So I'm sitting there naked under the umbrella, both of us. And then from time to time we'd go run in the water. So that's how I'd go pee. When it's time to go pee, that's when I get up and prance around, because then my junk is a little bit fuller, see. It looks more presentable when I got to pee. So I'd run into the water, take a leak, swim around, look at. I had some goggles, and you go swim over by the rocks and see all kinds of fish, do some body surfing, and then come out. Then actually I would sprint back to the chair, because then after I have urinated, the penis less presentable. So then you sprint back to the chair. But anyway, those times doing that, we were there all day the second day that we went. Thank God it was the next to last day too, because I'm telling you, it's like I'm wearing pink underwear right now. Everything else, I had sunscreen on. But I guess I just forgot to hit that part. And your boys are burnt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. Anyway, thank you to anyone who's ever came to a live show, for listening to this podcast, who's ever bought any of my merchandise. But it's because of you that I am able to take awesome vacations like this from time to time. So thank you. Mahalo, as they say, for continuing to follow me, keeping up with me, listening to me. Keep on reaping on is what I want to tell you. Now, I told you earlier you need to review this podcast. You can do it on iTunes. And here's one of the rewards. I'm going to read some reviews. That's right. Here's some iTunes reviews that I read 2 last time. I got 2 more since then. I got one from May 10, one from May 12. We'll go in order. May 10. All right. This one is by Sabrina_393. North Carolina repping for Reap. She gives us 5 stars. Sending love from Cramerton, North Carolina. Cramerton? I gotta Google that one. I don't know where that is. Top 5 of my podcast list. There you go. Thank you, Sabrina. Appreciate that. Here's another one, May 12, by Tween Scene. Tween Scene. Oh, boy. Listening to John's podcast is like talking to an old friend on the phone. He is open and interesting and honest. This guy has a ton of heart. Can't wait to hear the next one. Mike Tween. All right. And it says, great guy. Thanks, Mike Tween. I think you're a great guy. There you go, folks. Keep on reaping on. And I hope you enjoy this brief but great fun interview with one of my best friends of all time, Kyle Davis. Thank you, me. So, yes, here we are sitting right here at Casa de Kyle Davis. Back in North Hollywood. I'm back in the saddle again. I am here with Kyle. We're about to go live as well as we do this on the YouTube channel. Might as well plug the YouTube channel. It's called Lil Kevin Friends. And Kyle goes on there live from time to time as his character, Lil Kev. And sometimes just as himself and talks to the people. And then it's a grand old time. And then in the background, every now and then, you're going to hear female voices, probably. That's going to be Kyle's wife and daughter, April and Stella Bella. So if that happens, that's what that is. Anyway, I just want to say I'm in a great mood because I'm back here with my boy, Shade to the Donk to the Davis, hello, Kyle Davis, and we're going to a Dodger game tonight.
In like 40 minutes.
And we're going to go with Tim and Kiki. Tim Tucker. He's the one who designed my new website, johnreap.com. Plug for johnreap.com. All your John Reap needs can be met at johnreap.com. That's right. Tim helped design that. And hang on, we're taking a picture. It's a YouTube thing. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. And boom. So go check it out. I got tour dates. Links to Ginger Payne, links to the Hickory Live TV show, links to the cruise ship I'm doing. That's going to be fun. Me and Kyle, maybe me and Kyle talk about that on the YouTube thing. So Tim, I'm going with Tim and Kiki and Kyle, and we're going to have a blast because I've not been to a Dodger game since last year. And last year, Kyle and I went a bunch of times. We went to probably like 3 or 4 games. Have you been at all, Kyle, since without me?
Nope. I haven't had time. So
he's been a busy bee. He's
busy beaver.
We're going to talk about that as well. So now we are live on YouTube as well. Here you go, buddy. And we're having a grand old time. Hang on, we're getting situated. He's got cushions. I'm in like a stool chair. He's in a desk chair. I'm going to look way taller than him on this podcast, and that's just not true. Anyway, Kyle, good to see you.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, you too, Johnny. It's been a while.
Man?
I'll grab your dick.
Miss my buddy.
It's been, I'm trying to think, when did you leave?
About I think September. Let's see here. What? Maybe, late September. Me and my dad got in not a U-Haul, but we got that trailer, and we packed the shit up, and we moved to Hickory.
Hickory.
Moved to Beverly, but went to Hickory.
Yeah, and that was the last time I saw him until just a few days ago when
That's
Johnny
right.
came out here. So
That's right.
we've been trying to pack in as much fun as possible. John's been packing in a bunch of work,
Yeah.
plugging his awesome new comedy album
Joe
called
Rogan's.
Ginger Pain.
Ginger pain.
Also, he did the ever famous Joe Rogan podcast.
That was fun. That was insane.
Got lots of views. I've been looking at it on YouTube.
I mean, the day that I came out, at the end of that day, or maybe it was the next day, I looked at it. That's when I started pushing it on my stuff.
Right.
Right at over 500,000
That's crazy.
within 24
it
hours.
might be more now. I think it's
It probably is.
probably close to like 1 million now. Mm-hmm. And then what other podcasts have you done?
Oh gosh. Well, let's see here. I did Zane Lamprey's Zane's World. He's the guy that did a couple of TV shows about drinking. Drinking Made Easy, 3 Sheets.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And does comedy as well, but he's mostly an inventor. Like
Yeah,
this dude, seriously, I should have
saw
brought the
that,
jacket.
I saw that picture. Yeah, the jacket that he did. That's pretty.
He gave me
sweet.
a jacket. There's a jacket that he has that's got like you're basically wearing a cooler, but you can't tell looking at it.
But the problem is going to Dodger Stadium. You have to go through metal detectors, so
Right,
that
right,
wouldn't
right.
work.
It's
there.
not good for that.
Right.
But other instances it might be.
Right. And
with-
then you did the Sklar Brothers. which
Sklar Brothers.
I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, love those dudes.
Because they're like sports dudes. Remember when they had the show back on ESPN?
That is, yes, and that's what their podcast is. It's all about sports. It's called View from the Cheap Seats.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so we mostly did sports stuff. You know, we had to talk about me getting kicked out of a Panther game
Well,
because
of
that's a
course,
legendary
yeah.
thing. And they had lots of questions about it.
Have you ever done their show before?
No, never. But I've known them forever. They were like,
Did you know them through stand-up comedy
Yeah.
before? Okay.
Just comedians hanging out in the lounges and bars and stuff at clubs, like at the Improv Comedy Store. I've known them forever. But that was a lot of fun. But what about you, Kyle? You've been doing a lot of stuff too. Tacoma FD.
That's one thing. But yeah.
That's something. That's better than the acting I've done. I haven't done any acting.
No, yeah, I did. So a while ago, way last year, I auditioned for the pilot for their show, for a series regular. Didn't get it because they went with a different direction, but they said, "Oh, they really like me, and if the show gets picked up, they'll write me a part in." Which I've heard that a million times. Hollywood.
That's sort of like you didn't get the part.
Yeah, and I'll never hear from them
Never
again.
hear, yeah.
21 years I've been doing this. Nobody's ever done. And sure enough, they got picked up and they wrote me a part in there. So
Oh, that's great.
it was actually a great episode because it was me in there, J.D. Pardo, who's the star of the new show called Mayans MC, the spinoffs of Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
He's our captain. So we're the B team in there. So if the show gets picked up for season 2, they'll hopefully bring us back for a few episodes. But J.D. Pardo was in there, me, the other guy, Nat Faxton, who won an Oscar for writing the movie with George Clooney.
What movie?
The Descendants.
I love that movie.
Him and Jim Rash wrote that movie. They won the Oscar for it.
No, that's a great movie.
Yeah, and Nat Faxon is hilarious. You've seen him ever. He's been on tons of commercials. That's how I actually knew him.
Wow.
And then he's been on a bunch of other things. So, yeah.
Are those all cool guys to work with?
Yeah, it was super fun. Had a blast doing that.
So how many episodes have you done?
I've only done one episode.
One episode?
But they only did 10 episodes because it's a new show.
Has it aired?
Yeah, it already aired. It's on True TV, but they do repeats all the time.
Okay.
It's on the same channel as Impractical Jokers. Everybody knows that show.
Right.
And so they've already re-aired my episode, I think, 5 or 6 times. But
How'd you like it? I mean, I'm never like totally watching myself, but how did you like it? What do you think?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, your
performance.
It's a big ensemble piece. Yeah, it was okay.
That was great, John.
Yeah. No, it's if you like Super Troopers, because it's the dudes who do Super Troopers.
Okay.
It's so meow. What are you talking about, meow?
Yeah, right.
You know what? So and it's got Kevin Heffernan, the bigger guy, and Steve Lemmy.
Okay.
They're the 2 stars and creators of Tacoma FD. So it's fun, and then I've done like 5 or 6 commercials, and it's been very slow in the business, as most people.
Well, I've seen
who are in it
you.
know.
I love seeing you pop up on TV. Since I've been moving back home, I don't get to see as much. But then, what's great about having a working actor as a friend is you still get to see him on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to time. And what's great is I don't even know you're doing this stuff half the time. It just pops up.
The first couple times I ever saw the commercials on, John actually sent me a screenshot. I was like, "Oh, they're airing that? Sweet." I had no idea.
You did one for Bojangles.
That's the one that I never saw. You sent me that.
Yes, and Kyle hasn't had the pleasure of Bojangles because he's not from the area. So,
Right.
I mean, why would you know? But Bojangles is a gigantic, awesome chicken franchise in the South.
Yeah, I heard it's fantastic.
It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they're a little bit spicier, and their biscuits are great.
I heard people compare it to more to like a Chick-fil-A.
No, Chick-fil-A doesn't have like chicken on the bone. They just got chicken sandwiches. Bojangles is chicken on the bone.
Bojangles,
they also have sandwiches.
Like, yeah, because they have the biscuit chicken
They have biscuit.
sandwich.
You have that as well.
And the girl who was actually like the main girl in the thing that I did, she was like, I love Bojangles. Like, and I was like, oh, sweet. She's like, this biscuit thing here is so good. I was like, I'm glad I don't have to eat that thing because for commercials, if anybody doesn't know, they spray like glycerin on the outside so it's shiny, it looks crispy, and it's cold and disgusting. You usually have a spit bucket down there.
It's not made for your taste buds. It's made for your eyeballs.
It's
it's
a
not
gross.
It's gross, but I love seeing that one. Because that one airs a lot in the South, and then I saw you on the Let It Go commercial as well.
Let Go.
Oh, look, you got a new request for Cameo.
Oh, sweet.
This is a perfect time to plug Kyle's Cameo.
That's awesome. So I just there's this awesome new app. It's been around for a little over a year now. It's called Cameo.
Cameo. What I say?
No, you said it right.
Oh, I thought I said Let It Go.
It's called Cameo. Oh, no, that was the other commercial I did.
My bad.
But Cameo is an app where you can go to and find now they have like big time celebrities on there. Snoop Dogg's on there. Like they have a lot of A-list celebrities that are on there. And you can totally donate to charity for the bigger celebrities because they already have a lot of money.
Right. Some of them ask a lot of money.
Yeah, like $2,500 a pop.
Yeah.
I only charge like $42.
I think Gary Busey's on there too. I might have to get him to do something for a friend of mine.
Hey, yeah.
You know, that's the great thing about it. Like, whatever celebrity you like, if you wanted to have them say a personal message to a friend of yours,
Totally.
that's what that is. And Kyle's on there.
You can.
I'm on there.
John's on there,
But
and it's just cool because the way they have it is really cool. You write whatever you want, like a short message. I think it can be like a minute long, maybe a little longer, and you just read right off the screen. It looks like we're talking to you, which is so cool. And we'll say whatever you want within reason. And it's just really cool for the fans because a lot of people get it for like a surprise for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, Christmas, Mother's Day is coming up, all that stuff. And it's so cool because, like, for me, I only do Lil Kev on there because nobody knows Kyle Davis. They only know me for Lil Kev. So I do all these messages for them, bust little raps for them.
Oh, man.
And honestly, like, I don't make a lot of money off it. It's more fun for me to do it for fans and see their
That's what's great about today. All the
smiles.
social media, all the opportunities for fans to be in touch with the celebrities that they love, or the characters that they love.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. I had a comedian one time set me up in a weird way on Cameo.
Oh, really?
Like he went ahead and paid. I think I charged $15 or something.
Right.
So I think I promoted the crap out of it around Christmas time or Thanksgiving or something.
Okay.
So I was sitting in a recliner doing a bunch of cameos or whatever. And one of them came across like something, those fake names like Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something Wong.
Yeah. So I saw that when I go, okay, I'm just going to do it anyway because I know what they're doing, but I don't care. It's $15. And another guy said, hey, like this is the script he wrote. And he had been asking to feature for me for a long time. And I said, I don't care as long as it's cool with me as long as it's cool with the club.
Right.
Anyway, he said, hi, this is John Reap here. I'm not going to say the guy's name. Don't forget to come see so-and-so with John Reap at the Dallas Hyenas Comedy Club. So I promoted his appearance on my show that I didn't approve yet.
That's hilarious. So when you were reading it, were you like, oh?
I was like, this is funny. I was doing a bunch of them back to back. You know what I mean? Like I had
right.
They were stacked. And so I didn't really care. I thought it was kind of funny. It's just a pretty smart move. So you can make Lil Kev say just about anything as long as it's not racist.
Well, actually,
or hurtful.
So yeah, before when Cameo just started, they didn't have all this stuff like figured out yet. Now it's very similar to like a Facebook, stuff like that. They screen all the messages that come in.
Oh, do they?
Because Cameo would get in trouble for it.
Oh yeah.
As well, they'd be like, that website's known for racism.
Right.
So yeah, within reason, all this stuff like that. Some of the things I don't like that people have done though is they write like a little commercial for their own business,
right?
And I'm like making no money off this thing because Cameo takes 25%, so you're only getting 75% of this money. And so I did this thing when I was like, what, a commercial? So I
Yeah.
just got paid $30 to do a commercial for somebody's business.
I think I
But-
did a couple of those too.
Well, whatever. I guess it is what it is.
But hey, that's what you signed up for. Well, anyway, yeah, we've been going out. We did a fun thing the other night on these. We took these Lime
Ooh,
scooters.
tell them about that.
That's so much fun. It's a great invention. I've talked about this on the podcast about how I think Uber is saving lives. It's cutting down the drinking and driving.
Uber and Lyft.
Uber, I mean, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
all the ride share services.
Saving lives. And I said something like, I think Mothers Against Drunk Driving and the government, I wouldn't be surprised if they chipped in and gave these guys a little bump in salary. Because, think about it. The whole reason Mothers Against Drunk Driving exists is to save lives.
Exactly.
And that's what Uber and Lyft does.
True.
But now there's another one. And Kyle and I have felt bad in the past, and I don't think it matters anymore, but when Uber first came out, we would be like, this is great. We could just Uber 2 feet.
yeah. There was no minimum
Right.
back then.
Right. So, yeah, you could literally take an Uber a block.
And it would be like a dollar.
It'd be $1. And they didn't even know where the destination was when you got in the car.
That wasn't a thing back then.
That wasn't a thing. So now that's kind of screwed up. But there's a new invention called Lime scooters or Bird.
They have Bird. They have like 3 different things, but we did Lime.
We did Lime scooters. And let me just tell you, I was a little nervous, though. No helmet. The sidewalks out here are bumpy as hell.
Well, and there's lots of cracks. That's the thing. It was my first time on one, and it's pitch black. They do have lights on them, but still, a couple times I went over some cracks. And that's the one thing. I love these things, but the steering on them and the little wheels, I think eventually as different versions come out,
Yeah.
the handles will be wider. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they need some
better steering because
yeah.
it's too close.
Too close.
And I think the wheel will be a little thicker and more like all-terrain.
Yeah, they need some suspension in there.
Yeah, because you go over these things and it's like...
It's jolting, especially for you, though.
Yeah, but when you're riding in the street, that's why at nighttime, smooth as can be. It's like you're sailing, wind in the hair.
It's so much fun. I felt like a little kid again.
I know.
And you just driving around neighborhoods and like little kids going from one part to the other.
I told April when I got back that night, I was like, I'm not joking. I was the funnest time I've had in a long time. It wasn't even at the bars. It was just riding through the streets and these things.
Yeah.
Having a little buzz going on.
Hell,
It
it's
was
great.
fucking fun, man.
I'm pretty sure that might be illegal because it is a motorized thing.
We're not promoting you to go out, but
we're
it's
not
much
saying
safer.
we did it. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Don't worry about it.
The
We're fine.
only people you're going to hurt is yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, although we were going 15 miles an hour.
They top out at if you're going downhill, they can get to like 15.4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
They're quiet. They don't make any noise.
Love it.
But that could be that bad too, because
Yes.
even today, I've been house sitting at John Heffron's house.
Right.
And I was without a car. So I was kind of just trapped in Woodland Hills, and I took a Lime. I took one. Okay, so let me just backtrack. I walked from John's house to LA Fitness.
Okay.
Which is about 3 miles, which is a good
Oh,
hour
nice.
walk.
That's a good job.
That's an
man.
hour.
Yeah.
And then I got in there and just lifted weights. I thought, the cardio was walking there.
Yeah.
Then when I was done, I'm like, well, I
Lime
don't know if I
this
want to
shit.
walk back. So I started looking around, and I found a Lime scooter, and I took that back to John's house. And by the way, he's in the hill. So going uphill,
Oh, do they?
there you
even-
go. But
do they?
might as well walk next to it, But it's going. So I didn't have to
like
do more cardio.
2 miles. an
Yeah,
hour?
it's like real slow. But you want to get momentum going. So you get some momentum going, then you go up the hill, then you floor it.
and then it's
kind of push it up a little bit. Yeah, go, but they're so quiet. I took one today, and anyway, so I left it at John's house, and I took it back to the gym today. But my point is, they're so quiet, and people don't hear you coming. If they're on the sidewalk, that's not good because they're walking their
that
dogs.
night when we went to the bar, we almost hit those people on that little thing right there. They walked out by Cascabel restaurant,
Yeah.
and it
So
was
you
dark
have to.
outside.
I think they need to have some sort of like
They need a
chirp
horn.
noise or a horn or something on there. Yeah.
like a bike bell.
Well, like you know how now cars have sensors.
Yeah.
So if you're close to something, it'll beep. Maybe I don't know, maybe like a chirp noise. So you don't even have to hit the horn. It does it for you.
Exactly.
Kiki or someone's texting us right now.
So
All
no.
right. So Tim Tucker says, on our way, fellas, quick question. Do you guys have blue body paint? I'm going to need to touch up when I get there. Most of it is rubbing off on Kiki's seat. Now, I wonder if that's a joke. I wonder if Tim is actually wearing blue body paint.
I wish he was, but I know he's
I don't
not.
think
He's
he
just
is.
a jokester, but
That's
it
a
would be
funny
hilarious.
thing, though. Yeah.
You should come with your face painted, John.
Well, I want to look like Justin Turner's brother.
I'm very disappointed that nobody came because the problem was is I posted it.
Yeah.
We didn't give any heads up.
No heads
But I
up.
know people will come back and watch us, so it is what
Right.
it is.
So this, even though we're live on Kyle's YouTube channel and no one is watching it, they'll watch it later.
Which gets watch hours. Which is a good thing.
hours.
So there's a new thing about YouTube, unfortunately. I haven't made any money off this at all, but before you can even monetize any videos that you've done, you have to have at least 4,000 watch hours, which is a lot.
4,000 watch hours?
Yes.
Is that? Wait a minute. I thought it was just about subscriptions.
You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
How many subscribers do you have?
Well, I think we
Over
have like
4,000, right?
no, only like 1,300 or 1,400.
Okay, but that's over 1,000.
Yeah, but I'm saying
But you need to watch hours.
2 years ago, you only had to have 1,000 subscribers, and that was
Right.
it. Then they were like, everybody's making money now, so now we need to dwindle down. So they took off. I mean, you would say like everybody's making money now. Only like the top percentile is
And that's
making
when
money.
that one girl freaked out and went to like the YouTube Google headquarters and tried to kill people.
Oh, probably.
Remember that?
No,
It was
but-
like a year or two ago. Like right when they did that. Now I remember this now.
Probably it was
Yeah.
it was a big thing, and honestly, it really sucks because me and John have some awesome videos on this page that we've done. The problem is where they're so short.
Yeah, 30
some of them
seconds.
30, 45 seconds. So that's why I was like, every video I make now when I try something, I make them longer.
Yeah.
Just so more people watch them
Watch
to
it.
get watch hours. And
So
it's
watch
so
hour,
hard.
it's more about like the time watching one video or the time watching any video.
It doesn't matter, and all live videos count. So what I've been doing is I've been going live for like 3 or 4 hours at a time on
Right.
YouTube, because anytime somebody watches that, even if they watch half of it,
Yeah.
even if they watch an hour of it, that goes all towards your watch time.
Okay.
And so eventually, when we get more subscribers, more followers, stuff like that, I'm just going to keep putting some content out there since I don't have anything. I
keep
got a
plugging
bunch of videos where I try stuff. I rap things. I make videos about my cat.
Dude.
John's on there. There's all kinds of good stuff.
You're really good at writing raps for people. Like I'm not even joking. Like I'm just really impressed because
buddy.
people will send because his character, Little Kev, is a rapper.
Yeah, and I'm not a rapper in real
No,
life.
but it's his character that he played. But now he's sort of gotten to where on YouTube he can do that for people. And you've written full on rap songs.
yeah, those were
just
all
based on
those were
people's
all
lives.
free, by the way, too. That I did. That's why I was like, shit, I got to do some cameos or charge because it's fucking hard to write these things. Like sometimes
Takes time.
Those videos or those raps I wrote people for YouTube and other things. I spent like a whole day writing these things.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just write some junk and it's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
stupid.
this guy's horrible.
I want to make it sound good, so
Right.
I put in a lot of energy.
Well, you do a good job.
Bless your
So there you
bless
go.
your heart,
People
buddy.
listen to this. You want a personalized rap song from Lil Kev from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? He might do it.
You can go to Cameo. I can write you
He'll do it on
a
Cameo,
short
one on
freestyle.
Cameo. Yeah.
But go on YouTube, check out those bad boys. Also, John's got something coming up soon. It's next year, but you should book it right now. He's got a cruise ship experience going on.
Man, I wish you would go, but I know you hate cruises and I know you hate
I've never been
flights.
on one, and I would go on one. Well, originally back in the day when we were doing this, and John still lived out here, we were going to do a little Kevin Ramus cruise.
Right.
But then John moved, and things got all discombobulated. But tell him about it.
There's a guy named Johnny Poovey who went to high. Well, I didn't go to high school with him.
I
but
like
went to
that
high
name,
school-
by the way.
Johnny Poovey. That's a good.
good
That's
name.
a good middle of America normal name, isn't
That's
it?
so funny.
Do you know anyone last name Poovey?
No, that's why it sounds made up.
No, but I knew Poovies my whole life. I know Wade Poovey, Nikki Poovey, Johnny Poovey. I know the whole Poovey clan.
I've had a lot of poovy in my days.
Oh. No, but Johnny Poovey, good guy. He this is one of his little side businesses is he books cruise ships. And he's been asking me for a long time, like, we got to do a John Reeb cruise. Let's
Yeah.
do a John Reeb cruise. And I'm like, I would say yes, but this other cruise that I've been doing, the country music cruise.
Oh, yeah, that's
is,
a
like,
good one.
Pays really good.
Yeah.
And
this
I don't have to
one-
work as hard. And
This
it's like,
one is more just like, hey,
well, yeah, I've noticed that the country music cruise now their comedians are like Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, no longer John Reap. So I think they phased out of me.
no.
Which I was happy to go like, well, okay then, Johnny, I guess we're doing a John Reap cruise.
Oh, so you're not even doing the country one?
No, they haven't asked me. It's been like 3 years.
No, it hasn't been that long. You were just
Oh,
on
2 years
one.
then. 2 years. It's 2 years have gone by since they've asked me to do one, or at least 2 cruises. Have
No,
gone by.
what was that cruise you went on not even that long ago?
That's the only one I did. No. I know time travels. Time goes by when we haven't seen each other, but like I haven't done.
No, the comedian guy who's the Elvis impersonator.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the country music cruise.
That wasn't 2 years ago.
It was a year and a half ago, at least.
Okay.
It feels like it.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I remember
2
it.
cruise ships have gone by.
Those bastards.
And it was Foxworthy one time, Larry Cable Guy the other time. So it's not me. It ain't
But
John
see,
Reap.
and we were telling him before about this. See, you get John Reap though. He's the man of the people. Hang out with you in the hot tub, drink some beers, do some shots with you. You get Jeff Foxworthy. He flies in on a helicopter, does his comedy, flies right off.
Yeah, he ain't going to be drinking margaritas in the hot tub with you.
And I don't think Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry might do it for an hour, but that's about. I was there.
If that.
I was on the ship the whole time.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Walking
man,
around.
People.
Yeah.
You met a legend on there. Tried on a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember everything,
That was
buddy.
fun. But this one's. So I said, Johnny, I'll do this one this time. So this is a more of an experiment.
Right, to see how things go.
It goes. And it's a Carnival ship. We don't have the whole ship to ourselves. Like that country music thing,
It's
the whole ship
all-
was that whole theme was on the whole ship.
Wow.
So everyone who booked a ticket on that ship knew that they were there for the country
so
music
some of
cruise.
these people are going to be like, "Ooh."
No, well, it's big Carnival cruise, right? So with Johnny has their company has blocked off a section of rooms.
Gotcha.
And if they sell them at this certain rate, you get a John Reap comedy show. You get me hosting live karaoke and a live podcast as well. But it's not the whole ship. It's like a package that you buy. And
That's still cool.
but if you're like
so hey John, can other people on the ship that aren't there for that come and pay to see your show?
that's what I've been asking Johnny. No, that's a good question. And he said, I'm not sure. Let me look into that and see if Carnival will do that. I'm assuming if we don't sell a certain amount and they need to sell some, you better make a bracelet then, for people to go like, okay, last minute, because there will be people on the ship who know who I am and just didn't know about the cruise.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And be like, I want to go see John Reap do stand up.
That's why if they can even on the ship like put flyers up like John Reap's comedy show from so and so and so and so, I think you would get a lot of people.
I hope
You're
so.
on a ship. Where the fuck are you gonna go?
Well, it's such a big ship. This one is the Carnival. It's
Do they have more than one room?
There might be other comedians on the ship. There'll be other forms of entertainment, all going on at the same time. So I'm not sure how that works.
I gotcha.
But this is an experiment. We'll see how it goes, and it's just 4 days. We're gonna we leave out of Port Canaveral, Florida. I'm calling it Laugh Your Nass Off.
That's funny
because we're going to Nassau and Cocoa Key, and then back. It's just like 4 days, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I would love to do one of those one time, but I would like to go out of like San Diego or somewhere close, so I can just.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna ask Johnny about that for next year.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of our fans from Lil Kevin Ramus, they would be down for that. I'm serious.
We should do a Lil Kevin Ramus cruise.
I think we can get probably.
If this one goes well, I'm a bug Johnny again for the next one and say.
How many people do you think have to like come on the pay for the cruise? Like 100 people for your thing?
Well, that's so. The cabins are like based two people per cabin, right? And they sell it like either like by cabin or by people. And we've got like 31 or something like that booked, but he's hoping to get to
31 cabins.
Yeah, but he's hoping to get to 100. I'm like, man, that's a tall order for people, like because these are not everyone likes cruise ships. Number one. Number two, not everyone can afford.
That's what I'm saying.
Ships.
I think the biggest thing is I don't think people can afford that. Unfortunately,
but this one's because it's just 4 days. It's not that expensive.
It's the flying down to places. That's the thing about cruise ships is people are all around the United States. It's like, oh shit, if I was coming from just here, that'd be fantastic.
Right,
but
that's true. So when I go to Florida, I'm going to Florida in a couple of weeks. I'm doing Tampa Side Splitters Comedy Club, and I'm doing Orlando Improv and some theaters in Boca Raton.
Right.
And while I'm down there, I'm gonna plug it really hard for those people.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
that's not a flight for them. They can just drive on down to wherever.
And you're gonna
Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And we'll set sail.
You can sign some boobies.
Oh yeah,
To
sure.
the drunk people.
Pull them out.
Yeah.
I've signed many things. The craziest thing I've ever signed was a pregnant woman's belly, and I want to say she was like. I want to say 18 months pregnant.
Did she save the thing and get it tattooed over your thing?
I don't know. I never saw her after that.
It was like John Reap, Thug Life.
Right. But I did like a big J, and I used her belly button as the O.
Oh, that's
and then in. And
very
then
clever, Jonathan. Very clever.
I'm very creative
yes.
like that. So yeah, I wish you could come on the cruise ship. That's gonna
I
be a
still
lot
have
of fun.
never been on a cruise ship, man. One of these days.
Dude, look, it's a blast.
I know April wants to go on one.
Coco Key. Now I've never been there, right? This is and I've done other cruise ships, like I said.
Is
but
that
I've not been to this place?
Is that's Florida?
It's an
right?
island that the cruise ship line owns.
Oh,
And so they pretty much
Shit.
built it, right? So it's this island in the Virgin Islands, somewhere in the Caribbean, I think. And
okay.
they basically made it like an adult theme park
Mm-hmm.
resort for just a day of docking or something like that. So they get there in the morning, and you get off the ship, and there's water slides, there's bars, there's restaurants, there's like all kinds of outdoor fun ocean activities, and then you get back on the ship that night.
Right.
But it looks really cool because it's brand new. I know it's weird to say an island is brand new, but this island that they've been working on is like brand new. So it's gonna
That's
have that. It's
sweet.
gonna have that new island smell.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very tropical. Very tropical.
Oh man.
I watched. It's fucking hot in here, by the way.
You turn the air off.
I turned the air off because I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And I don't have the window open.
I get hot easily though.
No,
We got
I'm-
10 more minutes and we got to hit the road.
I'm
Jack.
pouring down sweat, so it's fine. Well, it's like a sauna.
Sauna.
So I watched. I recorded the SNL with Adam Sandler. I watched it
I haven't seen it
last
yet.
night. It's real. Well, I saw his special. You know how his Netflix special.
Yeah.
He does the Chris
I
Farley song.
love that. That's so.
Dude, I cried again watching last night because I love Chris Farley.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler, he's so good at what he does. I sat there and was bawling my eyes out again for
Yeah.
the second time watching it.
and Adam's, he's a sweet guy.
He loved Chris Farley.
Yeah,
that was
he
like his
loved
best
it.
friend.
Yeah.
So every time he's done the song quite a few times, but every time he does it, he puts his heart and soul in it. And even Adam at the end of the show, you can tell he's
Start
like
tearing
welling
up.
up in tears.
Wow. So
And somebody took a picture of the audience, and everybody was crying their eyes out. So.
how was the monologue? Did he do that during the monologue or do it at the end?
No,
of the
that
show?
was a very end closing thing.
Now, in the monologue, did he talk about how he got fired?
Yeah,
from
I thought that was funny too. The singing.
I haven't seen it yet.
I got fired by Lorne Michaels.
Oh, he did like a Garth Brooks.
Like something like that. And then Chris Rock came on. And he's like, I also got fired.
Was he doing Garth Brooks? I got friends and
No, I'm probably just singing it the way because I don't remember the exact way.
Okay.
But he had a bunch of people come on and do it. It was really funny. And then he did his Opera Man on the news special or whatever, which was really funny. And
Oh, that's good.
there was honestly, it was a couple of skits that were really funny. So
good.
I dug it. You should watch it.
We ran into. We were just talking about this. Me, you, and
Andrew Santino.
We ran into him at a bar randomly.
The Foremans.
Yeah, another funny ginger that lives out here. Is big on the Joe Rogan universe.
Yeah.
He was there with his mom and his wife. They just moved into the area.
Lovely people.
Lovely people. And what bar did we go to?
It was called Foremans.
Foreman. Okay, that's
And
what
and I live not too far from there, so maybe I'll see him around.
we took our Lime scooters
Yeah, that was the night we had
from. Where did we start at?
we started from here first.
So we
my
walked
place.
from your place.
Oh yeah, we
to
had to
the
track those bad boys down.
That's
first.
what's great about the app too. Is like you just pull up the app and you can find the closest Lime scooter.
But we only found one scooter first.
Yeah.
So then I did a lot of running to the other scooter all night. It was actually pretty fun though. We
Yeah.
did like a cat and mouse.
That was fun.
So we took the Lime scooters there. Right when we walked in the door, Andrew was standing right there. So
Yeah.
John.
Then we hung out there for a minute, and then we just walked from there.
Then we went to the Red Door.
Red Door.
Had one drink there
Then we Lime scootered
by the bathrooms.
That's
Remember?
right. I forgot about that. The Red Door is that's just a part of this bar.
So the Red Door, if you go through, there's no sign or anything. You can go in the back alley, and there's a
speakeasy.
but the front of the place is called the Riverside, which is a
Pizza
sit down,
bar.
pizza place. So anyway, we did that. We only stayed there for one beer. Then we got the limes. Then we limed it all the way down to the Residuals bar.
Now, how long do you think? How many miles is that? From?
I actually know because I just saw the receipt. 1.9 miles.
So 2 miles on these Lime scooters.
Yeah, it only took like 10 minutes
Yeah.
or something, 12 minutes, and it cost like $3.
It was awesome. I was like, well, dude, let's just keep scooting around on these things.
And it was fun. Then we went there and hung out there for actually until closing time.
Yeah.
And we went live there for a long time, drank quite a few beers,
Yeah.
probably about 5 beers, 6 beers each.
Good old Residuals, still there, still kicking. And it looks like there's a new millennial crowd coming in there, a little hipster actory troupe type people coming in there. It's kind of
Shout
fun.
out to my homie Seth, who owns that bar.
Oh, yeah.
He
What's up, Seth?
remodeled it, made it look amazing, put up this awesome wood siding. He did it all himself too, because he's also a carpenter as well, and an actor, and a lovely human being.
Yeah, and it's still it's a staple of the acting community.
And
in
my
this town.
my other shout out is my awesome friend Josh, who's the bartender there. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, I
So,
love Josh.
he's good.
He's always greets you with a warm smile.
Yes, indeed.
And also, so I got recognized by some guy
Oh
from
yeah,
doing the Joe Rogan
that was
podcast.
crazy.
Remember that?
Yes.
It's weird because I did talk about my dad on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, okay,
About
yeah,
the
yeah.
stroke and everything.
Right.
So now I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me about like, hey man, it's tough about your dad, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should give everybody a quick update.
Okay.
So the catheter is out, but then I think they put it back in. So that's tough.
I don't want to make a joke, but is it the catheter's out of the bag? Like the cat's out of the bag? Sorry.
Catheter out of the bag.
It just popped in my
Spoiler
head.
alert.
It just popped in my head. Sorry, the way you said that. I apologize, Mr. Reap.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it
He's
light.
got a great sense of humor. He'll
Okay.
be fine.
Sorry. Okay.
But I
No.
did get a strange, because he keeps getting urinary tract infections.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man.
And then when you're that age, you hallucinate when you
shit.
get urinary tract infections. And did I play this voicemail for you that my brother sent me?
No.
Like he called Jason and left a long voicemail.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, not long, but it's like, hey Jason, I need your help. It's bedtime. We're trying to get everybody to go. Lights out right now, so we're trying to get everybody to go to sleep. And I need your help. I can't find Mom. She crawled up under the bed, and and there's a bear outside the window. And
What?
So I need you to call me back.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't like an urgent voice.
He was
Like
just-
that's usually like, there's a bear outside. You know,
Exactly,
he's just like,
that's-
when you get around to it, sure see fit to use some help over here.
That's pretty funny.
And he doesn't say help, H-E-L-P. He says hep, H-E-P.
Can I get some hippo here?
I sure could use some hep.
That's funny.
Hep C? That's dangerous.
Wow, I didn't realize that makes you hallucinate like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I've been told. But then again, he's on pain medication
Right.
too, so it could be that. But so he's at a skilled nursing facility in Burke. It's like 12 minutes from where we live.
Right.
And we're hoping for the best. I mean, that's all I got. I don't have anything like he. I wish I could tell you he was up doing jumping
Right.
jacks and
And
calisthenics.
that would be amazing.
But that's not happening. But thank you for the wishful thoughts and prayers and all that stuff. We're gonna keep on
Keep
reaping
on keeping on. Keep on reaping on. Yeah,
Keep
there you
on,
go.
John, reaping on.
Well,
Kyle, I think we should wrap this up
I do
because
too.
we need to get an Uber right now
Exactly.
and get this wonderful Los Angeles traffic so we can go watch the Los Angeles Dodgers and have a Los Angeles hot dog.
Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Follow us on all the major socials: Twitter, Facebook,
Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram,
all that jazz. Bye.
Sickle.
Oh, man. I miss that guy. Miss you, Kyle Shea Donkey Davis. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Fried Pod. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to go to johnreap.com. Check out my tour dates. I'm in Florida right now, most likely. I got gigs in Tampa, Orlando, and Boca Raton, Florida. All those dates are found at johnreap.com. And also, speaking of sun and ocean, you can also experience that with me because I'm doing a cruise ship. That's right. Come laugh your nass off with me, John Reap. March the 6th, next year, 2020, Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas. All right? I'm doing a show. I'm doing karaoke. And I'm doing a live podcast on the ship, and we're going to Nassau, we're going to Coco Key, and we're going to have a blast. It's a 3-night Bahamas cruise, all right? And the rates start from $443 per person, okay? That's where they start, and it goes up from there. That's an inside cabin. So, I mean, the rooms are going pretty quick. Even though we have March 6, 2020, we extended it. And then people are starting to get on it. So if you're thinking about it, I would get on it. Go to johnreap.com. Click on there's a scrolling banner at johnreap.com. And as it scrolls, you can scroll. You can choose it, make it scroll. There's a little arrow. Click on that. It'll scroll. And one of them is about the cruise ship. And it says more here. And you click on that. Okay? Does that help? Or you can call Johnny Poovy. You can call this phone number, 828. That's a Hickory area code, 217-0343. Come get on the boat. Come laugh your nass off. Royal Caribbean Reap. It's going to be a blast. And once again, thank you for listening to this awesome, amazing episode of the Fried Pod. Happy Friday, everybody!
And the radio up, I like to see sunrise. See love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of my precious child. And your mother's love.